Ankur takes a ream of paper from office to print an office report at home. He brings a 50-page report to work the next day. He keeps the ream at home. It's bound to come handy at some time, and a big company isn't going to fuss over one single ream of paper for sure. Surekha has stockpiled coffee sachets from the pantry. She comes into work early and there's never any coffee sachets available in office in the mornings. Sushreem, a senior manager, often prints out his daughter's school assignments in office. But since there are usually lots of color printouts involved, he prints them out post-working hours so as not to hold up official work. Rajat hurriedly tries to staple 50 pages of a report together. A few minutes later, with some amount of hammering, he succeeds, but the stapler gets damaged. Rajat simply tosses it away and fills out a requisition form for a new one. Which of these scenarios strikes you as misconduct or malpractice? If we told you all of them were, would that surprise you? It is true though. Ankur is guilty of pilfering, even though he used the paper from the ream for an official report. A ream of paper contains 500 sheets though, meaning Ankur gifted himself the rest for his personal use. Surekha is guilty of hoarding and indifference. Her stockpiling of coffee sachets, valid as it may seem, is actually her being part of the problem. Who knows, maybe this behavior is driving others in the company to hoard too, which may result in a supply shortage of coffee at all times. And for what? All because she or her colleagues couldn't be bothered to let facilities personnel know that the supplies had to be replenished. Sushreem appears thoughtful at first, printing personal stuff late in the day so as not to hold up official work. However, voracious consumption of office supplies as personal property is fundamentally the same as pilfering and will be noticed. It's only a matter of time before the HR issues a notice to all employees or singles Sushreem out. And finally, Rajat is guilty of abusing office supplies. In his haste, he saw no other alternative to hammering the stapler on a 50-page report. Plus, getting the stapler replaced was easy enough, wasn't it? Why make such a big deal of this? You've probably taken pens, file folders, paper, post-its, notepads or other company supplies for your personal use too. And chances are, you don't think that amounts to theft. After all, it's not like you took home an entire office printer, right? And come on, what's the big deal with getting personal color printouts at work when the need arises? You work your heart out for the company, don't you? And finally, sometimes you just got to do what needs to be done. You need to punch and file 70 sheets in 10 minutes. Who's got the time to sit and punch papers repeatedly? Why not just put all 70 in there and then give it all you've got? If you think that way, you're not alone. In a 2011 AOL Jobs survey, 43% of the participants admitted to taking low-cost office supplies like pens or envelopes for their personal use. And the interesting thing is, they didn't think they were doing anything wrong. According to a recent OfficeMax, an office supplies company survey in the US, 46% of employees hoard because they don't know what to throw away. 59% hide office supplies from co-workers and 56% took supplies home. Studies even show that some employees consider office supplies a fringe benefit of the job to be used and operated however the employee deems fit. Which brings us back to the question, is this really that big a deal?
Discovered something new? Hit like, share and subscribe to keep the knowledge flowing.